Hello everyone, we're here during a power outage and as darkness falls, we don't want you to be left alone in the dark with your neighbors, so we're going to go over a couple of quick pointers so that you can check the oil on your small residential air-cooled generator. One thing you want to do before you go to do this is you want to shut down any computers you have running in the house. You want to shut off any washing machines that you have in the house so you don't interrupt those loads. You also want to have with you some oil. The generator we're going to be working on today requires 5W30 synthetic, and you also want to have a rag. The disclaimer with this is please use caution. The engine will be hot, and if you have any serious questions, consult your owner's manual. So we're going to go through a quick process. All I'm going to do is open up the generator. I'm going to shut the circuit breaker off. I'm going to shut the generator off. I'm going to check the oil. I'm going to add oil. I'm going to put the generator back in auto or automatic, and then I'm going to put the circuit breaker back on. So let's go do it. So now that I'm over here by the generator, the first thing I'm going to do is shut off the AC output breaker. That's going to effectively kill power to the house. We're going to then give the generator a few minutes to cool down. When the generator has no load on it, it's not working as hard, it'll cool down more quickly. We want to give the generator a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes to rest before we shut it off. So let's go do that. So what I've done here is I've first shut off the AC output breaker. That killed power to the house. I've then pressed off on the generator. That shut the engine off. Be careful, please. This is very, very hot. What I'm going to do now is check the oil. I'm going to use the dipstick, which on the Kohler model here is yellow. You're going to do this the same way you would do it on your lawn tractor or your snowblower. I'm going to pull the dipstick out, and I'm going to wipe it clean. When I put it back in, now I'm going to get the true level of the oil. And it looks here like I'm pretty full, but I could probably add a little tiny bit. So what I'm going to do is put the dipstick back in. One thing to note is that most of these Kohler models, the total throw of the dipstick from the full mark to the empty mark is about 1 quart. So what we'd like to do is add oil very slowly. You don't want to overfill it, so we're going to add a little bit of it at a time, and we're going to check just to make sure that we don't overfill it. So I'm going to pick up this protection blanket here. There's a magnet that holds it. And now I see my yellow oil fill cap. It's got a little picture of an oil can on it. I'm going to remove it. When you remove this, you're not going to see oil in here. That's okay. It's at the bottom of the engine. So I have the cap off. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Wipe off a little bit I dribbled, and then I'm going to put the cap back on. Make sure it's tight. Now I'm going to check the oil again. All right, now it looks like we're full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinsert the dipstick, and I'm going to put the generator back in auto. An important note here, you want to put it in auto, not in run. If I put it in run, the generator will run, but it won't come off when the power comes back. So we want to make sure that the generator's in auto. So I go over here to my control panel. I'm going to press auto. Some of the older models may have a 3-position switch. Press auto, it's going to start right up. Wait a few seconds here. Now I'm going to put the breaker on. Now the power is going to come back to the house. And with that, we're done. What you really want to remember here, you want to exercise caution. It's going to be hot. You want to take your time. No need to rush. If you let the generator cool, you're doing well by the equipment. There's no need to hurry. This should be done at least once a day. Some owners' manuals say every 8 hours, every 10 hours, or every 12 hours. You should really consult your owner manual or talk to your generator service company. But doing this will avoid the power going out accidentally in the middle of the night when the generator shuts down on the oil pressure. And it's also just a good practice of ownership for these new air-cooled generators. So with that, good luck everybody, and let's keep the lights on.